What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing great. I hope you've set aside a little bit of time because honestly, I have no clue how long this video is going to be. I'm going to go ahead and guess it's probably between 45 minutes and an hour. Hopefully I'm pretty close, but there's probably going to be a bunch of cuts. It's maybe a little bit weirdly organized. I'm going to try to keep it as clean and concise as I can. However, this is going to be a little bit of a different approach than what I've done in some previous videos. So recently I did a 3v3 takeover where I just showed the battles, and some comments were saying that they would find more value, more benefit in actually seeing the team builds, kind of where it came from and where we're going, so on and so forth. So this is like the first hour I've been in this account. I did jump on to get some idea of what's going to be going on inside the account, but I figured, you know what? Let's go ahead and take you guys through the entire process as much as I can of a 3v3 account takeover, to where hopefully you can kind of see what my thought process is going through this, and maybe you could apply similar stuff to your own account when it comes to building your 3v3 teams. So the very first thing, obviously if it's your account, you don't have to do this, but for this account, I want to get an idea of where he actually is. So offense teams can be mixed and matched because there's no presets there right now. Nothing's locked in, at least. I always lock my stuff in because it makes it super easy to actually fully auto everything, and I just swap with these arrows. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and check the defense first. So team number one, Arbiter, Ninja, Mashald, Genbo. Right off the bat, this team doesn't seem terrible. It seems like it's going to be kind of difficult to get it speed tuned. Arbiter is going to boost turn meter. Mashald can increase speed, so I do like that. And then Ninja can freeze, and then Genbo can nuke. However, the issue with freeze is that it actually makes the enemy take less damage. I believe it's 25% less damage. So the Genbo is essentially being nerfed on his damage before he hits, assuming he's going after Ninja. In this situation, it goes Arbiter first, Ninja's 258, Mashald's 271, and Genbo is 249. So the turn order is correct. He opens up with the increased speed, and Ninja opens up with the freeze. I actually did not check that out, but that is how everything's going. So in a way, Genbo is kind of nerfing himself in damage as far as this turn order. Though you do have the extra damage dealer from Ninja, but either way, I think we may make some small changes to this team. But team number two, we have Mighty Uko, we have Hefrak, we have Nishak, and we have Emic. So this team, it kind of depends on their speeds, how well it's going to perform. I'm going to guess that Mighty Uko is probably pretty fast. He's got a speed lead. He's a very solid champion, especially if he's in stun gear. But if he's pretty fast and in stun gear, he can strip, have a chance to place a stun. That could be great. Opens up Nishak, who's hopefully pretty fast as well, to place the bombs. Emic seems like a champion who should probably be pretty fast. I already did look at his build though, so I know both him and Hefrak are actually relatively slow. So as far as their actual builds go, Uko is sitting at 239, which is okay. Not really. To be honest, this is pretty slow for this team, unless everybody's in Stoneskin, which I don't actually know if that's the case. But all in Stoneskin could make this fine. So Hefrak, I know he's in Stoneskin. I don't like this, and I'll explain more why I don't love this build. But I do also use my Hefrak and Stoneskin. Actually, let's go ahead and explain it, okay? Just so I can share with you guys while we're on the topic. Well, I can't actually go to the champion. Let me go ahead and tab over here real quick. Let me explain why I don't like Hefrak, specifically super slow but with no reaction gear. So the shield from Stoneskin is based off your HP. Hefrak doesn't have a whole lot of HP. He has 40,000. Most damage dealers can blow through the Stoneskin shield, even doing less damage when he's 105 speed. Like, your damage dealers are getting so many turns specifically targeting Hefrak. Now, the idea with Hefrak and Stoneskin is that some of your other champions are going to die, leaving Hefrak able to use his passive ability, which activates his A2, which does a lot of damage. And if that works, that's fantastic. However, at this speed, it basically says, hey, if you bring a damage dealer, I don't have reaction, so you're going to just blow through my Stoneskin. I may get a turn if you're using AoE champions and not paying attention, but it's not going to be super consistent, I don't think. So I do believe I want to change that build. I think you're going to see far more success in having Hefrak faster, so that if the enemy is smart and goes around the Hefrak, or just strictly targets the Hefrak, better yet, don't go around the Hefrak. Going around the Hefrak is not the smart play, but specifically targeting that Hefrak would literally ruin the team completely. And the res champion in Uko isn't super consistent because Mighty Uko likes to use his res whenever it's ready. Also, I would set the presets here because if not, Uko will open up with his res. Now, I'm going to change this stuff, so it's not a huge deal. But the Hefrak, I like him, just not in this build specifically. Nishak is 224, so basically right after Uko. I like that. Big fan of that build right there because Uko's going to strip, and then Nishak's going to be able to place his bombs. I do like to set the presets on all my champions as far as the defense goes. And then Nishak doesn't have an increased attack champion. doesn't look like he's built for attack. He has like kind of low attack, kind of low accuracy, but he looks kind of tanky. Is he like in regeneration gear or something? He could be built to solo content. And if he is, it's not going to be yeah, he is actually his regeneration immortal. So I actually did not look at that. So he's in regeneration immortal. So he's built to solo content, probably not the best damage dealer. And I'm probably not going to change his build either. Bomb champions are great. I like them in content. However, with polymorph, it's meh. And then not building with extra attack, especially not running an increased attack champion like Mithrala, is going to hurt his performance quite a bit. Even if you go against a champion with Stoneskin, where it does 300% extra damage. And then we have Immic. Immic is a little bit slow, good survivable, 94,000 HP. Defense is kind of leaving some to be desired. And then resistance is okay and accuracy is okay as well. But as far as this speed, I'm not a huge fan. I do like Immic being super fast, opening up, just dropping in the unkillable and taunt. If you get him pretty fast, have some decent accuracy, start locking out the enemies whenever they attack. This is actually a really good skill, especially considering the taunt isn't going to prevent the enemies from doing their skills. Like, they have to target Immic, so it's not the best thing to shut people down, but people can't single target whatever other champion you have. They have to target the Immic. So that stuff is good, but they can still just cleanse and they can strip you and all kinds of stuff like that. So that team right here, it's a breakdown there. I do think that will be changed. I think we'll have a small change at this top one, and then the bottom team. At first look, it has potential. However, not having a strip champion in a UDK plus Pythion, I love the combo. That's an awesome combo. But not having a strip champion means that your damage dealer is going to have to hit very, very hard or something, because it's going to be difficult. We do have two potential strong damage dealers, but neither one of them, I think, can handle fights by themselves solely unless they're geared pretty well. Helicath is a champion who's often not geared nearly hard enough to actually kill a team, and this is probably going to be a very slow and long fight unless you go against speed teams or very squishy teams. So Sarnik is 263, good speed. I like that. Kind of low crit rate. Maybe he runs with an increased crit rate buff somewhere. I don't know, but kind of low crit rate. I would like for it to be 100%. Everything else he doesn't need accuracy, but he has some. This can't be resisted anyway, so no accuracy needed whatsoever. And then Helicath is good speed, probably for Iron Twins, maybe. I'll have to check that. But then the accuracy and resistance, he's not doing enough damage to kill anybody. UDK, I am going to fix his build because I noticed something different. I don't think it was on purpose. And then Pythion, I do love those two champions together. So I definitely will be using those two together. But let's take a look at the last two champion builds real quick with Sir Nick. He's not in Savage, not in Lethal, not in Cruel. So he's not doing a ton of damage. Resistance some, nothing crazy. And then the next champion was Helicath. Also not in Savage, he's in Stoneskin. This may be for Live Arena shenanigans. Maybe for Iron Twins, possibly. Let me see if he's in his Iron Twins team. Probably is. Okay, so this team was for Demon Spawn Fire Knight, probably. Iron Twins, is it here? I don't see it. Maybe this was right here. This is the Iron Twins team. Yeah. So Helicath, we're not going to change his build. I really try to not change champions' builds who are used in content. So like Mithrala probably won't be changing her build. Though she could definitely be usable with a new build. But champions whose builds are pretty specific as far as speed tunes, I prefer just to not change those. Now, the Immic, is he used in other areas? Because he could be. The Immic could be used in some different areas. He told me he only did not want his clan boss team touched. However, I'd rather not shut down things like the Iron Twins, especially like you're farming that pretty consistently. Now, this Krisk I can change. I'll probably be throwing him in. But speaking of, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the champions and kind of what I'm thinking loosely as we get into this. So as far as like laying out these teams, let me go ahead and clear these presets out. Let's look at some of the cleansers. So we'll filter this, include everything, not cleansers, sorry, strip champions. So other effects, negative effects, and then buff removal. So we have Mighty Uko, excellent champion. We actually have Sun Wukong as well. I already checked out his build. He's pretty fast with high accuracy, so I will be using him. Madame Saris, okay? So Madame Saris, Uko, and then let's clear this and look up Sun Wukong. And here we go. We have 3 buff strip champions now. This is pretty important because you can a lot of times build around this and it makes your damage dealers have a little bit less stuff to worry about. So the Madame Saris at the top, she's very good oftentimes in Stoneskin. So I'm kind of thinking that having a Stoneskin team with that UDK and the Pythion could be a potential solid option. I am curious though how his Pythion is actually built because I didn't pay attention in protection. I like Stoneskin Pythion. I like Bolster Pythion. Those are both very solid builds. I'm a pretty big fan of Stoneskin, to be honest, if we can get him pretty fast. So Stoneskin being pretty fast, getting Revenge accessories would be fantastic. but we're going to have to address that as we get a little bit closer. So Mighty Uko has a res. Sun Wukong is going to be, he's already built pretty fast, and with a strip, he's 272, which is actually pretty cool. So 272, we can open with a strip on that. I kind of want to throw a team with Arbiter. Arbiter, I believe, is probably going to be going into this team with Sun Wukong. It's going to be Arbiter there, Sun Wukong, and then Krisk. So Krisk is going to allow me to, he's going to allow a few things. He's going to give the increased speed. He's also going to provoke. Those are both on the same ability. He's also going to place a big shield to start the match, which is very nice. So he's going to have a few different things that are very beneficial to the team in general. This provoke gives increased defense to this champion and then increased speed to everybody. So our team's going to be moving relatively quick. Sun Wukong is going to continually be rezzing. And then as far as damage dealers, we're going to look for a few different ones. I got some ideas, but let's look for a few different ones. So this team is kind of coming together. I do have to make sure it's speed tuned. I already checked the speed tunes on the Deadwood Jedi Arena calculator. And for Arbiter at 353, my next person needs to be like 272. So I'll probably have to boost the Krisk up just a little bit. Maybe Sun Wukong as well. Making sure they're not using any other areas. Maybe get him like 280 if possible. And then Krisk coming in right behind it like 275. And then the damage dealer can have a little bit of a gap. Because at that point, the team is going to be full of provoke, hopefully, because Krisk is not going to be resisted. Ideally, the team's going to be provoked, and then we can just go ahead and do damage. Now, speaking of a damage dealer, we have a few different options. We have the Heffrak, potentially. Heffrak's not a bad option because of Sun Wukong and the team, who's going to be pretty squishy. If they were to cut in, Heffrak could be in Stoneskin and still work out great here. But we have some other options as well. We have Trunda. Trunda is a super valuable champion. So Trunda is a potential damage dealer we could have. We have... I was looking through a few different champions earlier. Michinaki is actually a very underrated damage dealer who I don't think we're going to be using here, but he is a potentially amazing damage dealer and champion. If you're using him in Hydra, especially like in Savage or Lethal, he is 100% worth bringing into your arena. He brings a strip as well as some pretty hard-hitting abilities. He's definitely underrated. But as far as the other damage dealers go, let's check out some of the top. You guys can't even see this, can you? So here we go. We have Nishak, the bombs. He's already built in a way I want to leave him. I don't want to mess it with his build because of him being used in specific areas. Turvold is somebody who you may consider bringing, but to be honest, it's not really worth it in my opinion because he's good against very specific teams, but general use case, he's very squishy. It's kind of hard to make actually work, dies very easily, and unless your account is like specifically set up to run the Turvold, it's going to be bumpy. So Turvold, I love him in specific situations, but for a general use case, not my favorite champion. We do have Ragash though. Ragash is a very solid defense-based damage dealer. Excellent champion to throw into these 3v3 teams, especially 3v3 offense or defense, because he's going to bring sustainability for your team. He's going to bring some CC and the AoE decreased defense, or specifically the stun. He's going to bring increased speed. He's going to increase his own defense. So he's bringing a lot of extra stuff besides just, hey, I'm a tiger and I'm doing big damage. So he brings some extra stuff as well. I'm just throwing him down this team for an example, but he could go into any of these other teams without any issues whatsoever. Heffrak, I like this because he brings his own buffs. Granted, actually, we could actually move this into a different team because this Arbiter is bringing increased attack. So we could actually put Trunda there potentially, and then Heffrak in a team where he is not going to be buffed by anybody else, so he'd have to buff himself. Is a potential thing we could do. So Python and UDK, for example, I know we're going to use those two as a combo. I think that combo is just so good. It basically means, hey, Python's going to continually res. UDK is just going to protect Python, and then the people behind him are just going to wreck everybody. Which, speaking of, we could do something like Ragash, or we could stick it up here with this Heffrak. So we could go a full Stoneskin team there potentially. It's going to be weak against bombs, but if Python has high enough resistance, he can just strip all of that. So that is a potential thing that could be done. Saris is going to be solid in this team. We'll put UDK in the lead, Python behind him so that Polymorph activates correctly, and then Heffrak in the very back. He's going to be one-turn Stoneskin. They all only need one-turn Stoneskin. We could have a full Stoneskin team. The only thing is this team is kind of obvious as far as what it's going to be. So we could possibly be running the risk of just getting bombed. And bombs do a lot of damage to Stoneskin stuff. However, we can't be slept. So Python's going to be safe versus that. So I may actually put him in the lead spot because this extra resistance could save him from being bombed if they don't have increased accuracy, especially. So I do like a full Stoneskin team, especially since Hefrak is kind of leaning towards that anyways. However, the flip side is Hefrak's probably not going to be using his AoE attack because Hefrak's not going to, nobody else on the team is going to be dying. However, I really don't want anybody to be sacrificed. So we may swap this around. We may end up moving him to this team depending on how everything performs. Possibly. I just prefer Hefrak to be there since he can buff himself. He doesn't need another buffer. We have Mithrala we could bring as well on a different team if needed. So this last team. So we have two example teams here. We have a good tanky team, Pythion UDK. Very good combo. You're going to see this in a little while. And then Madame Ceres, excellent setup. And then Hefrak, hard-hitting champion. We have a speed team with Trend at the end. But we don't have another speed booster. Instead, we have a provoke champion, stun, sleep kind of. Warlord lockout would all be pretty similar. Provoke's not the best because it's weak versus Stoneskin, or debuffs in general, weak versus Stoneskin, weak versus immunity, and all that kind of stuff, but weak versus Mithrala. But it is a decent option, and it allows us to be consistently speed-tuned in a way against all teams. Now, next, this very bottom team. So we have Mighty Uko as the strip champion. He's going to be in the lead spot because I don't like building speed teams, a ton of speed teams, but I do like having my speed boosters in the lead and a relatively fast team. Like, I don't need a speed booster, but I do want a champion who can be relatively fast. I think that's pretty safe in general and pretty smart play typically. Now with this bottom team, we have Ragash. He can do his own increased defense technically. We have a Valkyrie actually. Valkyrie is an awesome champion. Valkyrie plus Ragash is actually very solid as well. Goffred is another champion who's sometimes overlooked. He is not set up to really perform to his best of his ability. This is not fully booked. Is he worth the books? Potentially. But I think Valkyrie is a very solid potential option as well. And this is actually a team I've used before. Now, the potential problem with this team right here is the fact that it's a little bit sketchy. So you don't have a ton of sustainability. You could potentially just be wrecked. It's definitely a possibility. The Ragash going to the top team would allow for the Hefrak to be at the bottom. And then if one of these champions get killed, he could do his AoE stuff. This team, I don't know. This one at the very bottom is going to be the one that's going to be the most tricky. Emic could fit in a team for sure. He could definitely even work in this team. However, in this team, we lose his increased defense. Ragash does bring his own, like I said, but having two damage dealers may just be what we need, plus a strip champion, potentially. Also, Valkyrie brings some good turn meter manipulation. Can't go against Tormund, though. This is the only team we could bring against Tormund because of the freezes and stuff that's going to happen. Do we have any other block debuff champions? His Mashald is a champion he uses already. So maybe we could fit Mashald into a team. Wither is a cleanser. Also, another very solid potential champion. I'm looking for like good support champions. It's just this last team, we got to balance, hey, how much support can we have? And then how much damage can we have? It's kind of a mix between the two. Because you don't go full support and have super long matches, but you also don't go full damage and then just die because you're not super fast in this team setup. More to Macabre is potential. He's like more of a sub-in, not a champion who I would use all the time because it's kind of random if his ability is actually going to work, and you're looking at long fights as well. So this bottom team, I think it'd probably come down to the gearing to see how everything's actually shaken out. But right now, what I'm seeing happen is this team works. Let's see what they're going to work well against. So like this example setup here, I am going to do a match, probably get a loss. Actually, I need to remember these teams and then just build them from the campaign or something. So I'll probably do that and just skip it. But from here, what would we counter? Who would we counter and where? So this team, we could counter with our speed team. We're probably faster than the Kymar with the Arbiter. This top team could be countered with potentially this one right here. The Uko Ragash team, possibly. But what kind of champion could survive the Foley nuke? That'd be a decent option as well. Or what champion? Even a Hefrak up there. I mean, Hefrak could just say, hey, you kill one of my champions on my team. You don't strip me. Well, I'm just going to blast you, basically. Like he's going to one-shot everybody on that team on something like this. So going against the speed teams works well. It's keeping him alive that I'm kind of concerned about. The Ragash being at the bottom, the only thing I'm worried about with Ragash is him not doing enough damage. His abilities they hit hard. If we have revenge stuff for him, I think it would make a lot more sense because we get guaranteed counterattacks. I think him actually in counterattack even makes more sense because it's consistent increased defense. And I feel like we need that. I feel like we need the buffs wherever we can get them because the account doesn't seem to have like top tier gear to where we can run without increased attack and not be at a huge disadvantage. So having the increased defense wherever we could is pretty significant. Now, however, this Mithrala is actually questionable if we can use her, because she is in the Iron Twins team that I don't want to be messing up. So she's actually probably not going to be used. That's going to definitely throw a wrench into stuff. But with her, she brings increased defense. Place increase also increases the duration of all allies, then instantly activates and continues heal buffs. So she would open with this and then do this. Wither could be built to be pretty fast, do some heals and such. She's a super tanky champion, very difficult, very annoying to kill. AoE attack, also places continuous heal buff on a random ally, and then she has a cleanse. So she has a cleanse and an increased defense. Ragash has his own increased defense, and then Valkyrie can just place up the counterattack. That could be a pretty annoying team, actually. Unfortunately, we won't have the petrification from Mithrala. We could technically throw her in the spot of Valkyrie, but having Wither in there would be a champion who he's not using in any other spots. She can be built to do very well and be super annoying also, and potentially be a very solid pick. Now, the Valkyrie is a champion who I'm kind of juggling right now, not 100% sure if I actually want to keep her. A champion like Sir Nick, I mean, he was already building him for kind of damage. Could be very solid potentially as well. Good damage dealing champion, HP based, so even easier to actually build. If we had another champion who could res, be solid. But Sir Nick, actually, not a terrible idea because of the fact that he is so tanky. He does bring this stuff, but we have no decreased defense. Actually, no, we do. Ragash. Ragash brings decreased defense AoE. We have the increased defense from Wither. So there's a few different things we can work out there. It's going to be one of those things where it comes down to the build of Uko, and then the rest are kind of to be determined, basically. All right, guys. So I just now got off a call with Just Incredible himself, and these are the teams we're going with. However, he told me that other than his Clan Boss team, specifically, and Fire Knight and Spider team, everything else is free game. So my intentions are never to mess up teams. However, the freedom to actually take gear from other champions is so nice. It makes building these champions so much easier. But guys, I want to go ahead and jump in here and start building some champions. Like 20 minutes into this video, the theory crafting is done. Let's go ahead and put these champions in the top of the priority. We're going to start off with building this team. What we're going to do here is just queue into this match. Maybe we win, probably we don't, but possibly, we'll see. Let's just go ahead and see how this team actually performs with no actual sets whatsoever, like no preset stuff. Okay, this is not good until we cleanse. Now it's perfectly fine until Heffrag dies. So either way, Heffrag got stripped, bad day. We're moving on to the next one. However, that's not even what we're worried about right now. What we're worried about is putting these champions in some gear that's going to work best for them. So Heffrag is going to be a little bit later build. We're going to do UDK first. So UDK, I already looked at this build earlier. Defense percentage. We want HP percentage where we can get it. HP percentage in Stoneskin is going to allow us to get that shield. The shield is based on HP percentage. So the more HP percentage you have, the better the shield's going to be. This pair of gloves right here is probably not going to be ideal because it has speed on it. It could possibly go on Python. I need to move my webcam so you guys can actually see this stuff. There we go. This may be a better spot. Let's see. So you can kind of see these stats. Not great. You can see the roles though and the names of the stuff. So we have these. UDK is, the thing is, like, I can put this on him and be fine, but I really want HP percentage on Python as well. Python's going to be a little bit more gear demanding. He's going to get Stoneskin or possibly Bolster. I really prefer Stoneskin, to be honest. UDK, we don't have any HP percentage chest plates. We do, however, have some defense percentage chest plates. So the defense percent ones, actually, we may have some stuff on somebody else. So no HP percentage anywhere. Defense percent, we'll take it from, let's actually take this from nobody yet. We will just level one up. This one right here is, if it has accuracy, it's going to be even better. Accuracy will allow us to place the ability, his fear and stuff from his A2 a little bit more frequently. However, Cardinals has accuracy. We'll just take this one up to 16. It's not really going to matter that significantly as long as UDK, oh, there we go. We got accuracy as a substat. Sweet. So he's very slow, good HP, good defense, a lot of defense actually. If we have any, let's go priority HP here. This banner. Okay, so he already has good HP stuff on him. We'll go and equip this. His boots are defense. If we had HP percentage, that's going to be what I put on him. But I don't think we do. Unfortunately, we do. We do actually. We have HP on Mortu. I'll just leave it there for now. If we use Mortu, that'd be nice. We could possibly use that as well. So Python's going to be the next champion. Now this one's going to be a little bit difficult potentially, because what we're looking for here is great speed in Stoneskin. So I'm going to put the priority to be speed, and I'm basically just going to say, hey, let's see, just right off the bat, if I put all of his fastest Stoneskin, what it's going to look like. Maybe it's fine, maybe it's not. I really have no clue. His Helicath, I don't want to take stuff from just yet. This has more speed. We need a helmet, and we need a chest plate. So this helmet has 11 extra speed, and then the chest plate, do we have an HP percentage one? We have some with speed, I know. We had one I thought with double speed. That was defense percent. No, it's attack percentage. Dang, that's unfortunate. So this is defense percent. We have decent speed, actually. Let's go priority stat. Okay, this priority stat is speed already. Let's take it to 12. See if this rolls more speed, and if so, we'll just take this, possibly. And then we can adjust. Oh, that's not great. That's actually pretty bad. The next thing to consider is this. Having some resistance could actually help me. And taking this from Cardinal isn't awful. We don't need the accuracy, but the resistance could be very nice. The extra little chunk there. So I actually probably will take that. I do like that quite a bit. Defense percentage is perfectly fine. We still have pretty good HP. Decent speed. Not the best speed possible, but pretty decent speed. Let's go priority stat speed here. Attack percentage, defense percent. Now, I want speed, but to be honest, I also want to survive, and I prioritize surviving a little bit more than speed. Speaking of, he has the fastest banner already. Resistance and defense, we're gonna leave it. As far as these other two pieces, speed irrelevant, because it can't be speed, but what it can be is good HP numbers. Our defense is actually pretty good, but if we could boost our HP up a lot, that'd be very nice because he heals, and well, his Stoneskin is based off the shield of his HP. The Stoneskin shield is based off his HP. This is actually a really good ring. If we could get some defense percent stuff on it as well, it'd be fantastic. So the Python's going to be a super tanky dude, not crazy fast, 235. So he's going to be going before anybody else on the team. Be ready to cleanse them. Very, very solid position. Now for the necklace, we're at a good defense spot, honestly. 3,600 is solid. 78,000 HP. I wish it was more, but it's okay. It is an okay amount. If we were able to ascend stuff here, we could go HP percentage boots, but the boots would make us super slow, basically. If we ever got speed boots, it'd be worth it. But here it's like, okay, we have 10,000 HP, but now we never take a turn. So now we get no reses, no cleanses, nothing like that. Going into Sand Devils would be worth trying to ascend some of this stuff, but for now, this is all fine. We're going to give this a 4-star glyph. We're going to save the 5-star ones for the eventual max out 5-star glyph mission thing. That's super annoying. So he has Divine Intervention, Timely Intervention. It's actually pretty good. So we'll leave it there. I try to not use resources wherever I can, and this is actually fine. Like, Timely Intervention is perfectly fine. Other things, I think it's actually probably one of the better ones. So we have full Stoneskin. We have regular accessories. We don't have any reaction. Reaction accessories would be incredible because that basically adds an extra layer of protection, okay? They strip you. Well, now you got reaction to protect you from actually dying. We don't have that, so we're kind of relying more so on the resistance, which is 357 plus his 60 in all battles. So he's gonna have like 415 or so. So most champions are gonna strip him, but maybe not everybody. Hopefully nobody. So we have UDK built, the Python built, and now Madame Ceres. So Madame Ceres' build is actually very much gonna depend on Hefrak's build. So if we could actually just get some boots on Hefrak from Cruel, that may actually be fine. So speed with crit rate is what he's going to need. Let's see what we got going on here. So Cleopteryx, we get 1 extra crit rate. We lose a lot of attack, though. Oh, yeah, of course, because it's attack percentage boots that we're swapping off of. This loses 700. This loses 900. This gives us an extra. We lose crit rate from that. We could glyph some more, but Cleopteryx 900 drop, 932. We get 5. Okay, we may have to switch over to this. Let's see if this attack percentage chest plate can be anything different than what it is. Okay, so it can't be anything different yet. However, the defense ignore is very good. I do like that a lot. Let's see what we have as far as this stuff goes. So for Stoneskin, come down here. We'll see if we have, we're still gonna need crit rate because we basically required. A lot of these pieces probably have a ton of crit. Like this has 10%. We need something close to that. This is crit rate. This has crit rate, attack percentage not rolls, so it could definitely be improved. This is crit rate, attack percentage. This could actually be a lot better, potentially. Get all 3 valuable rolls. Okay, that was not so valuable to me. We do gain 31 attack. We lose some HP. Not for sure how worth it that is. Not a big attack boost. We lose some crit damage, so no, that's not worth it. It is good for a potential champion in the future, though. The pieces he has, I think, are probably... This is actually a really good helmet. The shield is right here. Could be better, definitely. Let's see if we got any shield that rolls a little bit better. Crit rate, if we tripled maybe. Doubled, we get some more speed on there. It'd be nice. However, do we have that as an option? This one does. Has a double roll, kind of. Somewhat, in a way. So then the gloves, his gloves are triple roll crit rate. So we're not getting anything better than that. If we could go extra, wait, what is this? This is good. His Helicath, I think he said that's perfectly fine to use. Nope, Helicath is in Clan Boss, I believe. Is he? Let me actually see. I'm gonna check that out in a minute. 'Cause that Helicath piece is actually pretty solid. Helicath and Clan Boss, I think it. Part of me wants to say yes. Actually, no. It's a Demitha. It's a Demitha team, so we can actually use that perfectly fine. So the Helicath is not anywhere there. He's not used in any team actually. He's used in this one. However, we may be able to make that fine. So I may have to go in there and swap that out later and fix that team. However, what we are gonna be able to do is make Hefrak a lot faster and actually, I think, a lot better. So this piece, we're gonna get 14 extra speed. We're getting 10 extra crit rate, and we're losing 14% crit damage. But now we're at 175 speed. This is pushing us into the territory of, hey, we're looking pretty good now. With that said, I wonder if we could switch out different speed boots with attack percentage and cruel, maybe? We're getting better options. Now that we have a little bit more to play with, we can lose 7. We get 155. We lose 5 speed there. But we get 5 extra crit damage. We get 155 extra attack, which will be a little bit higher even with this. There we go, extra 5% there. So now we're squeezing out just a little bit more, 200 extra attack, lose 5, 240. It's actually pretty decent. We've got all the masteries looking good. So there we go, Hefrak build. Pretty simple, pretty quick, pretty easy. Now, this chest plate, the substats aren't great. We can actually glyph it just a little bit. I'm gonna use a 4-star glyphs here to go ahead and make sure that we're not wasting his glyphs. I'm not trying to use all of his glyphs, definitely. +3, we have good rolls there. This can be, this is actually a pretty solid shield. HP percentage there as well. We're gonna use one more. Give me 4, give me 3. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, this is pretty good. Now this build is very important to have done before the Madame Ceres' build, because Madame Ceres, we need her to be a little bit faster than Hefrak. Because if she's slower than Hefrak, well, then she's not decreasing defense before he goes, which is not at all what I want. So as far as the accessories, this excellent ring could be better. As far as necklace, is it worth rolling right now? Probably not. Like, we don't need to waste tons of silver trying to get the perfect roll for the necklace. It's really min-maxing stats at that point, and it's definitely something worth working towards, but not quite at the moment. Now, this banner can be replaced if we have something better. So priority stats, attack. How high of attack can we go? Okay, we lose 138 attack, we gain 17 speed. That is potentially very good. Now this is better than what we have. It's just not rolled up yet. So it's double roll attack there. If it gets speed, it's gonna be perfect. Okay, didn't go speed. It's not the worst. It's still not bad. The thing we have right now should be lower than that, right? This is a single roll. This is a 16%. That's 12%, but it's glyphed up, so it's deceptive. You see that? We're gonna put the big one on there. +6. Boom, boom. Now we've got extra attack. However, we get 77 attack. How worth it is it? This one we lose 138 attack, gain 17 speed. That puts us pretty fast. We do lose some attack. We're gonna try it out like this first and see how it goes. The other banner is better. We can swap it out later on if needed. Now, as far as Madame Ceres' build, so she needs to be about 200, somewhere around there, a little bit less. But if Hefrak needs to be boosted up, we want a little bit of room. So 190 is gonna be what I'm shooting for. So 190, if we're looking for that, ideally not taking any gear from anybody yet. We'll just go with the gear he already has here. Anything with accuracy on it? No. Let's go ahead and prioritize based on accuracy, actually. So we'll go accuracy, high priority. This video is going to be pretty long, guys. These gloves, these work out fantastic. This works out well also. It's going to be, we'll throw on a 4-star glyph. Once again, saving his glyphs because his goal is to get to gold 1 and work towards ramen 2. So this could actually roll even better. As far as what's next, we have a weapon. It doesn't have great accuracy. Really doesn't have any accuracy whatsoever, honestly. What do we have that's potentially better? Gaius has a triple roll accuracy helmet. That's pretty good. We may have to visit Gaius for a potential bomb champion later on. This is, I guess, the only thing we have really an option to use. The single roll there, 23. This is 12 plus 14. So this is actually better. And it can also roll again. Maybe get extra accuracy there. Boom, extra accuracy. And then we'll do a 5-star. We got plenty of 5-star right now. Nah, that's a pretty good roll. So extra little chunk of accuracy. And now, if we had an accuracy chest plate, that'd be fantastic. That'd be perfect for, I don't know why I'm even clicking this stuff, because accuracy chest plate would have the most accuracy. Do we have any boots with accuracy? That'd be pretty cool. Speed boots, ideally. No speed boots with accuracy. Do we have a helmet with accuracy? We do from UDK. However, is this what I really need? This one could roll well. We do need some speed. Our speed's a little bit questionable. We got single roll accuracy. Is it going to be better or worse? I don't know. Let's go with some speed stuff here as well. Okay, we're working -5. This one minus nothing. So we can actually take this up. We lose 25 accuracy though. This one's okay. This one's pretty decent, but it's really good for Pythion. We lose a lot of accuracy from there. This one actually gain accuracy. Let's take Gaius's and then see what kind of banner we have. Go speed there. For the banner, we have +3 speed, +14 speed. Okay, we definitely need accuracy specifically. Hers is probably one of the fastest. Okay, +1 speed. So now we're gonna have to go here and see, okay, we have the gloves with no speed, the weapon with no speed, the shield with no speed. So gloves, weapon, shield. We're gonna do priority stats, accuracy, and then it has to have speed on it. So this is actually perfect. It's gonna basically fix our entire issues. So there we go, 658 accuracy. We got a few pieces left to upgrade. This can be taken up. We have defense percentage. I assume accuracy chest plate. Accuracy chest plate with some attack. Actually probably better on Gaius, but perfectly fine. 1 set of Stoneskin, not 2 sets, which is okay. We only need it for 1 turn. And then the boots, triple roll accurate. That's actually a really good pair of boots. Very solid pair of boots. And then here, we're gonna go ahead and +4 this. Well, +4 it. All right, there we go. Easy. That's all you gotta do is just say you're gonna +4 it, and then you +4 it. These things can be glyphed back over, definitely in the future. Like, hey, come in here, give them 5-star glyphs, 6-star glyphs, whatever you want. But now she's looking pretty good. 1 set of Stoneskin, 188 speed, 665 accuracy. Should be consistently faster. This accuracy chest plate could be better if it had speed on it. Do we have an accuracy chest plate in perception with speed? Possibly. On Farrakhan and Cold Heart, so possibly worth switching out in the future. But at the moment, I don't know if he's used anywhere. He could be used in Fire Knight. I don't know why he has this on. Probably for no reason, to be honest. But this works out fine as far as the stats. We have 188 speed, which is more than Hefrak. Hefrak doesn't have the cycle of revenge. This right here. So no turn meter boosting. So she's going to be faster. She's going to go before him. This should work out fine. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and give it a little spin in Classic Arena. So guys, you're going to have to let me know if you like videos like this. It's going to be a long video. It's going to be a much longer video than most of the ones I do. But if you like it, I'll continue doing some of these in the future, possibly. Not going to do every one like this because it is pretty long. We're going to prioritize the res as number 1 because I always want him on auto to be using the res if he can. UDK, I don't really care necessarily. It's match to match. Madame Saris will open with his A2, so we want her to prioritize the A3 because I make the decisions, not her. Then here, we open with this. Actually, prioritize this and then prioritize this because if he can use his increased attack, I want him to, right? So let's go ahead and see how the team that beat me before, how they perform against my newly built Stoneskin shenanigans. So this team just blew me away earlier. Of course, because they strip stuff. And they strip stuff here too. And they still strip stuff. And they still just destroy me. However, I got a little bit of a backup plan there. A little bit of a potential answer. Maybe, kind of. I don't know. There we go. Strip everything. And then Hefrak comes back and destroys them. So that is the solution to that problem. That little issue, little tiny issue we had earlier. That's the solution. And then here we go. Here's another example. Let's see how this works out. So if we can res, we res. Now that's going to be good on defense, but here, maybe not. Because if they bomb me and nobody dies, well, I don't want him resing. I want him cleansing. Okay, we got 2 champions block revived. Okay, well, we're not going to die super fast, but the Foley block revived. Now, this is weird because that team, well, what's going on here? Oh, UDK got a piece missing? Dang. Who stole this from him? No, I'm just kidding. Obviously me. So priority stats, HP, high, Throw it on Stoneskin. Boom. We'll just throw this on there. No problem. No extra speed. Just better. That's all it is. It's just better. Let's go ahead and try that team again. Actually, let's try this one. There's no strip champions here. This is more of the ideal setup here. No strip champions means no Stoneskin removal, which means we're going to be fine. I don't see a situation where we lose. He should automatically use his cleanse here. He's going to take damage from the bombs, definitely. If that's a situation where we lose, well, then we kill them. So Pythion took the damage from the bombs. Unfortunately, the Nishak had enough accuracy to actually place the bombs. I'm kind of surprised. Oh, no. Razovar did increase accuracy, so that makes sense. However, this team right here, this Foley only killed me because Madame Saris got lucky with the strip. Now, this is where Hefrak having reaction would be super important, because then even if we got stripped, it wouldn't really matter. Because, there we go, Hefrak just wiping them. Okay, so if you do strip something and you do kill somebody, well, Hefrak is ready to just destroy you. This is very good against those go first teams. It's going to be perfectly fine, perfect against this one as well, because Gaius isn't going to be able to put anybody to sleep. Typically, that's his strong suit. Nishak is going to be stronger than this team because now everybody has bombs, but guess what? Nobody has bombs. So at one point, everybody did, and at one point, nobody did. We strip them, and then Hefrak comes in, opens that, and then wipes them all out. Super hard-hitting champion. Really just makes easy work of a lot of this stuff because he's an awesome dude. And with the faster build, he actually gets turns. Whereas before, he was doing work, and like if they killed me, like if they killed somebody, Hefrak would wipe them out. But if he didn't, then if they didn't kill anybody, then Hefrak's never going to get a turn. Very slow builds work for some champions very well, and other champions not so well. All right, guys, so it's been a few hours since I've started this takeover, and I was going to post this video right here. However, I realized that a 3-hour video is probably not something you guys are interested in, so this one's hopefully closer to an hour at the time of you watching this, but this is just way too much stuff. Basically, I went through every single one of the champion builds, and real quickly, I'm going to show you guys how each one of these champions are built. So we'll go over to the champion tab. These are the builds I already did, and I'm still testing some stuff out, and we'll change up some of the iterations of the teams and such next week once he's going from Silver 4 into Gold 1, because that's the goal of these account takeovers, especially when going to Gold 1, is, hey, I'm not just dropping the account off at Silver 4. We're trying to get him to Gold 1. That's the goal. He's been working on it for a year, so we're going to get him there. So Emic is currently in Perception. He has decent accuracy, good speed, decent HP, and survivability. There are his masteries. Mighty Uko is next. Mighty Uko is currently right here. He's in Stun Set. Loves Stun Set, pretty fast. He has good HP and decent accuracy as well. The next champion for this team is going to be Mighty Uko, is going to be Mashald. So Mashald is very similar to the build originally. I did get him to 100% crit rate. He's very fast, good accuracy, and pretty good attack as well. As far as his masteries, he's built for Clan Boss or for PvE content. This can be swapped to Helm Smasher and be even better for PvP, but so far he's doing very well where he's at. Next up is Ragash. Ragash is in this team basically to add on to the, hey, we strip them, place block buffs, we got fear, we got stuns, we got all kinds of amazing stuff. He's in Savage plus Perception, decent, okay accuracy for like the damage dealers. We have okay defense, kind of slow speed, but we do have the increased speed from Mashald as well as, as well as Uko. Skills, fully booked, masteries, here we go. Next team is going to be Arbiter. So Arbiter's relatively fast. She's 353, nothing crazy, just built fast. Arbiter team is Arbiter Sun Wukong, who is a strip champion currently. Debating about switching him over to the damage dealing side, but it's still kind of up in the air, possibly even a hybrid build. But either way, that's the Wukong build. And then the Krisk build is also actually the Wukong build. There you go. The Krisk build is basically after Wukong strips, the Krisk is placing his Provoke. It's 278, placing Provoke. Kind of softly built for Hydra as well. I didn't want Krisk to be specifically for Arena for him. I mean, Krisk is an amazing Hydra champion, but can also work very well in the Arena. So I wanted to make sure he kind of got both of those from it, which we may have to change the builds a little bit later anyways. Now, I'm considering about putting Lydia in here because this Trunda currently is not quite able to one-shot all the teams like I would like for her to. She's in Savage plus not Perception. We do not want accuracy. She's at 102 accuracy. She's landed this A3 ability, the stun, too many times. She's not a Stundra. She's a Trunda. No stuns allowed. I don't like them. I hate them. The mastery, she has Helm Smasher, everything typical as you would expect. And the last team somehow is getting stripped every single time I play it. We don't have any reaction for these champions. So the backup to Stoneskin would be reaction. We don't have it. But as far as the Pythion goes, this is his build. Relatively fast and 6 pieces of Stoneskin. Next is Madame Ceres in 4 pieces of Stoneskin, so 1 turn buff. Relatively slow, but she's speed tuned with Hefrak with very good accuracy. Next champion is the Hefrak, which is right here. I've made him much faster than he was before. He is 175 currently, 240% crit damage. He's good. He hits hard, wipes out teams, no problem. Once again, though, not much reaction gear for him. We have maybe a few pieces, but really very limited options, unfortunately. And then after the Hefrak is going to be, so it's UDK. UDK, very slow, decent HP, very high defense, just built to sustain, built to be a nuisance, and built to do well. Now, as far as these teams, let's go ahead and refresh this, and let's go ahead and get started in some fights. So what I'm looking for is ideally some faster, squishier teams. This is actually, I think, a pretty decent example of what we can take. As far as the bottom team, Sun Wukong does well against that, but I also like this team, honestly, versus them. Like, we have a lot of control here, and maybe we'll take it out perfectly fine. The speed teams are always typically matched up with the Python team, counters it extremely well, and the speed team, my speed team, usually goes against various different ones of their teams, depending on where it can fill in. Now, speaking of the speed team, I'm going to try Lydia, because I was saying Krisk is having some issues with, well, Trunda's having issues one-shotting, and I think Lydia will help fix those potential issues. So the decreased defense and weaken is going to make Trunda hit a lot harder than Krisk's just provoke. So it's not going to be as well of a speed tune, and the Mithrala may just cleanse, but we should kill the Duchess now. Not quite. Got very, very close. Extremely close to killing the Duchess, but still not quite there, unfortunately. We did block the revive, which is fantastic. Sandlash Survivor, she's not killing me. We'll go ahead and sheep the Duchess, get some stuff stripped from her, basically, and then just continue on our merry way. I don't know what was up with that. That A2 probably is not the best thing to use just now, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. Hopefully we don't get petrified, but I think we definitely will get petrified here. So we did get petrified. Hopefully we can get back on our turn. I'll just hit something because I don't want to do an AoE attack and increase my chances of getting petrified. Strip some buffs. There we go. Duchess is broken free. Not at the best time, but is there really much of a threat here? No, not really. The biggest threat is being annoyed to death because of the Mithrala just constantly hexing me. That is definitely the biggest threat currently. We'll go ahead and lock the Duchess out so no more Veil stuff comes out. She cleansed. Okay, well, there you go. And then we will just not sheep the Duchess. I would really rather sheep the Mithrala. But Duchess, can we kill her now, maybe? Not quite. Ah, petrification again. Wow. Just constant petrification. As soon as Mithrala comes... Actually, no, I can't guaranteed petrify her. Because if I try, it's just going to be... Oh, well, she resisted it. So not really an option there, unfortunately. So if Trunda ever gets a turn, eventually, someday, maybe, be awesome. Arbor didn't get petrified. Fantastic. I really don't want to petrify. I don't want to polymorph the Duchess. There's not a ton of reason to do this other than giving increased speed to Trunda, which did not happen, unfortunately. So Wukong gets brought back up. Fantastic. And now we can strip him, hopefully. Strip something. Duchess is almost dead. Oh my goodness. We're just like perfectly synced up, or I guess terribly synced up. Can we just kill her? No, so close. Can I just sheep? There we go. That's fantastic. This will give us some room to actually breathe. Lock the Duchess out. Thankfully, we got back through to Lydia's block revive. Perfect timing. So now we can go ahead and kill this Duchess. I think so. The A3. Kill them both, maybe? There we go. Perfect. So we got the block damage onto the Sandlash Survivor, but now the team's basically just working them down. Is basically all we're doing at this point. Thankfully, the Sun Wukong actually locked out, or actually sheeped the Mithrala. That was definitely a little bit risky. So here, we're going to hopefully not get stripped. There we go. No, I got stripped. This is actually looking pretty decent. Hefrak just wipes everybody out. So if he doesn't get stripped, we're all good. But if he does get stripped, well, then the team basically falls apart. So this is going to be me trying to not make the Hefrak proc his AoE attack, or just kill the Hefrak. Either one of those options are acceptable. Actually, to be fair, it doesn't really matter because I got unkillable anyway. So doesn't. If he does a counterattack, it is what it is. Not a problem whatsoever. Gonna go ahead and just drop some damage into UDK. Don't need to use the reduced cooldown yet. Wait till Ragash uses his A2. When he does his A2, then we can start doing that. Actually, speaking of, I guess that's now. I guess he's A2's on cooldown. Why is my stuff on cooldown? Is it because of Immic? Is Immic bugged still? Is that what's happening? Like, is my stuff going on cooldown because Immic is still bugged? I thought this stuff was fixed. Am I breaking my own team? Because I feel like my skills should not be on cooldown. I didn't use the A2, did I? No, I did not use the A2. I can like guarantee I did not use the A2. Well, maybe it was only on one turn. Actually, that is. I think he's still bugged. If so, this is ridiculous on Plarium's part. Like, this is a bug that's been in the game for a while. Setting your own champion skills on cooldown. And it happened to me earlier, and I realized that. I think it just did. I think it just decreased my Ragash's cooldown. With the A2. I don't know what's going on exactly. I have to pay better attention to that. But it's something to watch out for. Okay, so here we go. Put this one on top. This team, we'll go ahead with the strip team. And this very bottom one, we'll hope for the best. YOLO, I guess. The Wukong could actually shut down Harima possibly. So this is going to be a little bit of a risky one. But you know what? We're in it for the risks. You know, Cornelia. Interesting. You don't see Cornelia very often. Thankfully, Madame Ceres did not strip anybody. And now we're good to go. Heffrak comes back. Kills everybody. GG's. Doesn't kill everybody technically. Arbiter reses. And then he kills them again. So we got 9 champions killed that match, I guess. So here we A2, hopefully strip the Heffrak. Doesn't. Okay, this is a more fair execution of the strips versus Stoneskin. Definitely makes more sense than what I have been seeing. This is going to be a long match. Now, with that said, I don't really care if I kill anybody right now because the Heffrak is going to not kill me just yet. Right? Like, he can't kill me just at this moment. I can technically kill him. Like, I have Block Revive, or I have Unkillable. However, I'm also at 1 HP on everybody. So, not really the best situation to be in, but maybe it's okay. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, it's not a good situation. Not a good situation at all. Duchess is good, though. Duchess with UDK. UDK plus Heffrak in the back. Actually, that team in general is solid. So here, what do we do? Do I do this? The Mithrala is almost guaranteed to cleanse. So I think I just shut down the Harima, right? I could block damage. Mithrala will probably resist me. So here we do this. Hope that Trunda gets a turn. Okay, she does not get a turn. Kind of what I expected, to be honest. But we can do this. He is in a protection set. That's new and interesting. The sheep is protected. The sheep is now unkillable. Unkillable sheep is definitely scary. Not really. We're just going to strip the unkillable. Except for the one on Mithrala. And then we'll lock out. Oh, we got taunt. Okay, I was like, wait, why can't I target the Harima? Ah, taunt actually comes in use here. Very cool. So, daggone Mithrala. Man. With that friggin' provoke. Or that petrify, I mean. Petrified again. It's annoying. Super annoying. But now we can lock out the Harima, I hope. Lockout skills. What was that? I don't even know what was just used, honestly. There we go. Sun Wukong is back. Back again. Does my Wukong get a turn before theirs? He sure does. So we're going to use this. Kill him. Get some damage off onto the Harima. Harima drops my Trunda. Lydia comes back. Oh, because of the Wukong's attempted res. Okay, pretty cool. So now let's try to kill the Harima. Drop decrease defense and weaken. Maybe kill her. I really just want this Harima dead ASAP. I got to res the Trunda next turn. Boom. Dropped her. Perfect. The Wukong, I don't think it's built for damage, thankfully. So we should be pretty safe there. Do something to him, maybe. I don't know what we can do to him, but hopefully something that makes somewhat of an impact. Can we kill him? I think I can. Yeah, no, turn to a sheep. Dang. That was a little bit risky play. I was hoping to just kill him, but it didn't. obviously, as if you're not watching the video. So here, drop Mithrala later, like after this match. I thought it was going to be later, like Mithrala is done for. But this is 2 and 1. So a little bit closer, a little bit more. Hey, I probably should have used Krisk instead of Lydia there to shut this team down better. Speed teams is one that's pretty decent to swap in and out for these setups. I mean, we'll use 40 gems to reset. Make sure he moves up into silver 4. This speed team at the top, we'll use this counter. We have block debuffs there, so perfect counter to Mithrala as well. The UDK setup, we'll use this and lock ourselves out of skills apparently. And then this one right here, we will go ahead and use the Krisk instead of the Lydia. We have plenty of damage for that team, I do believe. And the biggest thing is going to be staying speed tuned, which is very, very important. They're somewhat faster, so something to be careful about. With that said, I'm not going to turn these on auto, because if I turn them on auto, then I'm just going to lose. Now, Gaius is a perfect champion to go against this, because Gaius he can't put you to sleep if you're at full Stoneskin. Not for sure who stripped my Heffrack, but somebody did. I don't like it, but it is what it is. With that said, let's go ahead and just destroy everybody. Basically everybody. Not quite everybody, but almost. So Mithrala is the last one left. Was it the Gimbo? I think he steals whenever he has increased attack on himself. The increased attack allows him to, I think, steal or prevent unkillable or something like that. Either way, doesn't matter. We're all going to work through this team fine. Boom, boom. And last but not least, Soul Reaper comes out. Kill him, Mithrala. Soul Reaper is pretty solid for a lot of those AoE damage dealers. Okay, so all those buffs you have, yeah, I want to say get rid of those. Oh, perfect. If it was that easy, I would say that all the time. Those buffs, they're gone. Whoa. Oh, hey. Oh, pump the brakes there, buddy. I steal your buffs. I didn't like you stealing mine. Let me take those back. Didn't take the Swift Parry back, unfortunately. Would have loved that one. A2, boom. Not quite killing the Pythion, but super close. Like super, super close, honestly. So now it's, hey, doesn't matter who I target. It's all going to UDK anyways. Okay, that's a big damage. Luckily, we have the unkillable from somebody on their team on me. I don't know really who that came from. Don't know how I got that, but somehow I got that, and I'm not complaining about it by no means. However, this is going to be a bad situation. Wukong as a damage dealer is really, I think, really showing that, hey, that's the way to go. But that Wukong is annoying, doing very well, and he's brutal. Like, just annoying champion to deal with, especially with these UDK setups. I'm really becoming a fan of that. Because like I can't do a whole lot to get past it. They just need more damage on that team as well. Here we go. Boom. This is a strip. Now we got Provoke going on everybody. And then we just kill everybody. So there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Pretty relatively easy. The defense, no changes recently. So there we go. We had a win not too long ago, 2 hours ago, but that's not anything recent, which is fine. If we get nothing new, that's actually meaning, hey, the defense is actually discouraging people from attacking it, which is something I love to see. Now, a fight or two more. Let's not use a free refresh. Let's go find a fight right here. This one should be fine. We'll go ahead and use this team at the top. Actually, no, I don't want to deal with Mithrala with that, though I do need to do that. So we'll use the speed team at the top. We'll use this team there. And then we'll use this team at the bottom. So the double Georgid hitting into the UDK. Let's do it. Double Georgid into UDK. Will it matter? He doesn't have reaction, so probably just kill him. However, I got a secret. Whenever he does that, my Heffrack will just wipe out his entire team, hopefully. So that's my secret. This is a little bit weird, not gonna lie. We need to strip everything, and then Trina needs to actually do a bunch of damage, which is something that she's been struggling with recently. Very much so. Yeah, this Trina's not quite doing enough to actually solidify the victories without decreased defense. She needs decreased defense, it seems. So somebody like Lydia, somebody like Madame Saris. There we go. Heffrack doing Heffrack things. We res everybody, and the team's back going again. So double Heffrack, or double Georgid, doesn't really matter when you got Heffrack to take care of it. I actually didn't even notice what happened. I was too busy talking. Let's get Duchess stripped. There we go. Beautiful. Stripping these Stoneskins in general more on me as well as the enemy. Being stripped more frequently than what's typical, it feels like. All right. Nothing's locked out, thankfully. Been a little bit awkward if it did. We're all unkillable anyways, so it doesn't really matter what's going on. Like, we're going to survive. We're going to be fine. Kills Duchess. Boom, boom. Almost killed her. Mashald will kill her. The A1 is really good. Like, the A1 spreads to people who have leech. The A3 just hits hard. And Vlad hits hard as well. Whatever his name is. And then here, buffs up. Very solid. Damage dealer who also brings some good support. Ragash, excellent champ. +7. We're getting kind of low on the point. There we go. Let's refresh this. Scroll down to the bottom. Click a team. Let's see. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This one right here looks pretty decent. We have an Arbiter at Lysandra, so 2 speed teams, and then an annoying slow team. We'll use this at the bottom. Emic works pretty well against more too. Not so well against Mithrala, but hey, I've gone against her plenty, so what's wrong with a few more? This has no strip champions there, so perfect setup. And the top one's speed versus speed. So let's actually not do that, or should I just do that? Yeah, I think I probably should just do that actually, because that's going to be Arbiter speed team. This is going to be a harder speed team to tune. So maybe I just go this and this. This has strip stuff. This has 1 strip champion. Not going to strip everything. So maybe we just do this. This gives me the best chance at 3-0 without going, hey, is my Arbiter faster than your Arbiter? Which is probably no. Unless my Arbiter is like 390 or 400, I usually just assume they're faster. There we go. Didn't get stripped. Hefrak's coming back, and he's going to show everybody what's up. Here we go. Boom. Boom. They're done. Lady Kimmy only strips 1 buff. Granted, we only had Stoneskin, so 1 buff is all she really needs to strip. With that said, let's go ahead and just say, Hefrak, you're irrelevant now, buddy. And then provoke everybody. And then from this point on, it's, hey, nothing's really going to happen because Hefrak's a sheep. I hope. I hope he stays a sheep. We'll see. Okay. Still a sheep. A burning sun sheep, actually. And then we just work everybody else down. And Hefrak comes back. He's like, yo, where's my team at? I was gonna avenge their deaths, but nobody's around. So I guess I'll head out. And that's what happens. He's out. So now we're moving on to the last one, obviously. Emic, get a taunt. Let's strip some champs. Friggin' Mithrala gonna ruin my day. I already know it. I already know it to be true, but if we can kill Duchess first, it's gonna be perfectly fine. Did not kill Duchess, unfortunately. But we did snag a sweet little Stoneskin from somebody. Haha. Oh, Mortu, you're going to hit me with your Peril, which does nothing because I'm unkillable. Sweet. And now we're going to reduce our cooldowns. I hope Mithrala got her cooldowns increased. That'd be awesome. Reduce our cooldowns. A block debuff champion would be potentially a wise investment in this team, to be honest. So I could do this, reduce the chances of me being locked out. This, and then whoa, don't be polymorphing my Mashald. Come on now, that's not cool. It's fine, I guess. It's fine. Don't worry about it. No problem. So now we just swipe and kill. Nope, we don't kill. We do not kill the Duchess, but very, very close. Very close. She's almost dead. She's just on the brink. Has somebody died already, or is she just going straight for the res? Somebody's died before, I think. Unless she's set presets with her A1 as priority. Which is something you should never do. Oh, she has Swift Parry coming in to save the day. I wish Uko would have stolen that. He did not. Would have been sweet if he had, though. And another turn of sheep. Good old polymorph. Don't worry. This is the last, hopefully, turn. No more of the Hex nonsense ruining my day. There we go. So Hex is on. I don't care if every single champion gets petrified. Doesn't matter. So there we go. 3 victories. Boom. So now the attack logs looking pretty good. We had a defeat a while ago. 24 minutes ago. So that's probably just before this video. No big deal. I've been grinding for a while on this team. I wanted to show you guys the final-ish iteration of this. The builds of the champions. My thought process on it. The champion builds, I'm pretty happy with. Have we gotten any defense wins? This is not going to Silver 3 next week. Like, this is going to Silver 4 next week, and then hopefully moving up into Gold 1, which I'm super excited for. So guys, if you're interested in having an account takeover done for you, whether it's 3v3, account coaching, dungeons, whatever it may be, if you want to get to Gold 1, then click the link down below, get signed up, and we can get started with the process of having an account takeover done for you by myself. But other than that, if you are just watching this, hopefully you've learned something from it. Hopefully you can take it to your teams and get yourself into Gold 1 as well. So guys, it's been about a week or so since I've been inside of Just Incredible's account. And since then, he went from Silver 3 into Silver 4. So now we're working on Silver 4 into Gold 1. Now, whenever I do these account takeovers, I guarantee success as far as whatever we decided to work towards. Now you can see right here the defense. This is the defense that I put in for him. This one is still doing well. Now you can see there are some defeats, but that's expected. You have enemies picking your team to fight. You're not going to have a very high win rate on defense necessarily, unless you have extremely overpowered champions for the bracket you're in. But you can see down here towards the bottom, we are having quite a few victories, and then some defeats fill in as well. This is definitely not a bad win-loss ratio whatsoever, as long as on offense, you're picking your fights pretty wisely. Now, as far as the teams we have currently, I've done a few more matches, and just to try some stuff out, but I want to share with you guys the builds in case they've changed. So here's Mighty Uko. He is still pretty fast in stun set with good accuracy. Hefrak is in Stoneskin with Cruel. We have good speed, good crit damage, all that kind of stuff. In case this is edited in at a weird spot, I don't want to rehash the same stats, but like I said, it's been about a week, and I plan to, after this, go ahead and get him to send me over a screenshot of the Gold 1 Ramen 2 mission complete, assuming he gets that this week, which should be in like 3 days. Right now we're sitting at 1402. It's right after CVC. So as soon as CVC started, he was just grinding up the one-man defenses, got into the green, and all should be well. Now, the one build that I'm considering changing, probably not yet, because with 3v3 stuff in general, if it's working, don't fix it if it ain't broke, right? And my thoughts are Sun Wukong as a damage dealer is actually what I prefer over this buff stripping high accuracy route. However, it's doing well enough right now that there's really no sense in changing it. And the Sun Wukong plus the Chris combo, so Sun Wukong stripping, Chris place and provoke, that makes a lot of sense. However, damage dealing Sun Wukong basically makes it to where you don't need a res champion for your team. All you need is just good support, good sustain, because if Sun Wukong dies, well, then it's gonna be perfectly fine because, well, he's gonna come back to life. So you need no res champion, and typically your champion you're worried about dying is gonna be your damage dealer, which is what Sun Wukong is. So here is the Trunda. We have a little bit low crit rate, which we need to bump that up just a little bit. That is definitely unfortunate. I could have swore that I made her have 100% crit rate, but maybe I didn't. But I do want her to have 100%. So let's see if we have anything here that can give me more crit rate on the attack percentage, speed and crit rate. Bada bing, bada boom. We can lose 2 speed. I don't care if we lose speed. I want to gain the 2% crit rate that we really just need, because the 2% crit rate misses doesn't show until you really need it. So this right here is perfect. We'll go ahead and boost this up to 16. Swap this over for him, because that Trunda missing those crits could be the difference between, hey, I'm winning this match and yeah, I'm losing this match. So we got the new chest plate on there. So Trunda's good. Madame Saris last but not least. And you guys can go through and see what champion is in which team, so on and so forth. But let's jump in here. Get him a little bit closer pushed up as far as going into Gold 1. Get him in a better situation. And then hopefully after this, you'll be seeing a screenshot of Gold 1. But guess what? If we don't get Gold 1 this week, well, I'm going to do the same thing next week. We're going to continue revamping stuff, changing things until we get to Gold 1. Because whenever I do these takeovers, it's guaranteed that we're going to get success. Whether that's getting to Gold 1, whether it's getting to Gold 4, whether you've been struggling to get to Silver 3 and it's getting to Silver 3. Obviously, I'm going to say, hey, I think your account can get here, and we're going to go off based on that. But I do make sure that whatever takeover work I do, we actually do progress like we should. Now with this setup, top team, speed team with no strip. So we'll go ahead and take this up here. It should be perfectly fine. Foley can mess us up, but there's no strips, so we're going to be okay. This team, double strips, Arbiter, Torment, honestly, probably just won't even do that because we have no block debuff. So yeah, let's just back out of that. That's just nonsense. It's just a nuisance, basically. This team right here, we have Georgia with the Ignore and Stoneskin. Not a huge deal. It should be fine against this top team. This team right here is going to strip them, place provoke. They could have Stoneskin. Mithral is going to cleanse, so it could be a little bit weird. Trunda does good damage against them. In the bottom team, we definitely win. So it may be a 2-1, or it could just be a 3-0. But I feel pretty confident in this match. The first match, especially, I don't see a situation where Georgia just wrecks. No, he's not going to, because Hefrak's just going to counterattack. If the Georgia was to kill UDK, he can't. He's not even going to. But if he did, by some miracle on his part, then Hefrak would just counterattack and it'd be all over. So now we're going to strip them, and then Heffrat comes back and just whacks him. That's really all it's going to be to that. Places his own increased attack, which is so sweet. So good that he gives himself that increased attack. Allows him to be on a team with Pythion, and just so much better. So here, we're going to use Sun Wukong as the strip champion, which it works out in this situation. Unfortunately, Madame Saris is not Madame Saris, Mithrala is probably just going to cleanse this in just a moment. Now, Trent is A3 versus A2. Her A3, I forget the book orders. We're just opening with that. May not be the best thing to open with. Her A2 I know does really good, especially with high max HP champions. But for now, that's all I'm opening with. Wukong, boom, does a little bit of damage to Mithrala as well. He's a good hard-hitting champion. Like, later on, especially for live arena, I think damage dealing Sun Wukong is just better. But for this, we're fine with what we have. So here, let's go ahead and we'll do the fear, do the increased speed and all that kind of stuff. Actually, I think now that I say that, I probably shouldn't have used Mithrala's ability there, because here it's going to be a weird fight. If I can strip the UDK, it'd be awesome. Didn't, unfortunately, and then we get all that stuff placed. So now it's going to be like, okay, we really just want to get, actually, no, we can strip right now. I forgot about this. Okay, we didn't strip it, unfortunately. I could have waited the turns for Stoneskin to actually wear off. Didn't get it to happen. But maybe we can, there we go, hit UDK. We can work him down. UDK is the most important one to actually get that block damage off of, because block damage on him, super slow, means that basically we're never not getting counterattacked. That's exactly what that means. So here, he has block damage one more turn. I will use his A2 after the block damage wears off. The block debuffs I don't really care about as much, but block damage definitely. I'll go ahead and drop UDK, get very close actually. And then here, we can go ahead and place that ability. Get some counterattacks, but now he's petrified. Mithrala, very good counter for Helicath for sure. And then now A1, boom, shares the damage. He hits so hard. Excellent champion. So now A2, boom, didn't get the stun off onto Pythion, but that's fine. We finished this off with a 3-0 victory, pushing us up a little bit higher from Silver 4, working on Gold 1. Honestly, if you're in the green, I feel like it's less intense, because a lot fewer players are in the green this late in the week. Most players are in the yellow, pushing up to the green. So the higher you can get, I feel like it's a little bit easier. Granted, I guess people probably do get more points and you lose more points if they beat you. But I do think it's a little bit smoother if you can get into the green, because people, it doesn't feel as much like a pool of piranhas. It feels a little bit more relaxed. So this team right here, we have fast strip with Kymar. Is he going to strip me? I don't know. Do I want to risk it? Yeah, I kind of do. So we have Stoneskin on the top, 50% chance. As long as he doesn't strip, preferably Heffrat, they get one shot basically. The second team, we have 2 Force Affinity champions. Probably don't want to go with this team versus there. I'll go against the Mithrala team and then bring this versus the UDK team. Honestly, this team is very good against UDK. The Mighty Uko, Mithrala, Rigash, and Mashald, very good against UDK. We have 2 Spirit Affinity champions, great damage versus UDK, and a lot of AoE stuff as well, which also works great against UDK. And I don't really care that much about Mortu, typically, until he destroys me, of course. And that Kymar does not have his presets set. That is game-breaking, honestly. That may just ruin him unless he gets another turn here. He doesn't strip anything important, which is fantastic. That definitely was very bad. So it's 100% reason why you want to make sure your presets are set, because if not, your Kymar is going to reset absolutely nothing. Definitely could have cost him the match. However, the strip didn't do anything either. Oh, man. UDK, you held it together, buddy. Thank you. That Leoris definitely did some work. Doesn't really matter because UDK is in Stoneskin still, but still, it's kind of scary stuff. Now, there's no real reason to use this A2 as far as the Petrify. We'll just use the A3, get some shields going. Maybe get a stun off. We're going to save that. I do want to try to strip this UDK's Stoneskin, maybe. It didn't work, unfortunately. We'll save the buff strips for the next turn, though. Strengthen and all that kind of stuff. Now, we can't really use that yet. I really need Mighty Uko to take a turn so that we can strip some of this block damage. Possibly. Probably not, but maybe. Somehow, the Helicat doesn't have the block damage, though. Oh, Uko stole it. That's awesome. So Uko stole the block damage. We have no more block debuffs on anybody on our team, which is perfect. So now Mithrala can use that A2 ability, place Hex on everybody. So now Petrification is going to be popping off on them, hopefully a ton. Petrify everybody, please. Stuns are going to be sweet. Okay, didn't get it there. What we do get is let's just hit everybody. Boom. Fear's going off. Cleanse. Was that a true fear on Ragash? Oh, no. No, it doesn't matter. We may actually lose this one. Unfortunately, we got feared on Ragash's A2 ability, which may very well cost it. Oh, dang. Okay, well. That was some crazy damage, for sure. Wow. So, we can actually work this down. If we get a stun on Mortu, it's over, I think. Okay, no. Mortu's the only person I'm kind of worried about. Okay, he didn't proc Peril. We should be okay. Ragash does not have his A2 back yet, but very close. Pythion, done. We're going to be fine. No matter who dies here from Peril. Oh, nobody has Peril. Sweet. So now Ragash comes in with the A2 ability, kills everybody, and it's GG's from there. We're not getting no stuns from Uko. I think he's taking his stun set for a little bit of a break or something because he's not getting anything, unfortunately. So here, as long as Mithril doesn't cleanse, we should be fine. Cleanse the provoke. What the heck? I meant to use the A3. I guess that's fine. Not really what I wanted there, but it's okay. The sheep has been protected. That's actually exactly what I wanted, because if Uko would have been protected, he could have rezzed everybody. Not that he can't still, but hopefully he doesn't get to. It's actually crazy. Misclicked on the A2, and it actually worked out to be the best play. Somehow Trundust... Oh, she's stunned because of the Goffred. So 1470, if we could push up to like 1600, assuming the defense can kind of hold. Right now, it's just I lost a match. So take a look at this. What teams are winning the most? That's actually very important. So right now, we have teams 1 and 2 losing, teams 1 and 2 losing. So 3 won both. What team is 3? 3 is the Heffrack team, probably the best team as far as it goes second. Speed teams are easy to counter, so that makes sense because they just look at it, hey, fast, we're going to bring our fast team. If we're faster, we win. A lot of players do that. Now, with that said, the Cardinal stuff, okay, makes sense. Hegemon makes sense. They beat everything. This one right here, they lost the last 2. The last 2 are going to be this team and this team. Fast teams are just so predictable. Like people either have a counter or they're faster. It's typically what happens. So we lose on the third one, which is that Pythion team. We have the strips that actually landed the strip. This bottom one, we just didn't kill them. Maybe didn't strip them. And Thrala cleansed or something, and we didn't have enough damage. The second team has a cleanse, UDK. Not necessarily weak to UDK. Well, yeah, it's a pretty good team against UDK. The Georgia just wrecked us. This one, Lord Min. So first time he attacked with the speed team into the speed team. We beat him. But then he did a different thing the second time. So he was probably faster than us. Just maybe when he speed boosted, he did something incorrect because he used the exact same team. And if we were faster than him, we should have been fine. The second team was also the same as well as the third. So maybe he misclicked between this match and the other one. I don't know. This team right here, dang, that's actually quite a few champions. And they lost twice. Empowered champions, that is. So he's wiped them out there. And then they didn't change anything. I'm surprised they didn't change anything. And this team won. So 2 and 3 win a lot. Number 1 seems to lose some, and 2. Actually, it's kind of hard to know exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 3. So right now, teams 2 and 3 are winning the most. That could be because we're not fast enough in the first team, or it could just mean that, hey, they have better answers to our first team because it's obvious. Teams 2 and 3 have less obvious answers. So I'm a fan of using speed teams as one team, but not as multiple teams, because I feel like unless you just have a ton of speed gear to go around, it's very difficult to make 2 very fast teams that people aren't just going to easily counter. With these 2 teams, it's a little bit more to think through, and their speeds are relatively fast. So if you don't know what you're doing, it's going to be a little bit easier to throw in your wrong team possibly, and then do a rematch and hopefully lose the rematch as well. That's the most ideal situation. So the top team is going to be a speed team with a little bit of a strip. They're going to be relatively fast. It's not a team strip though. I think it's just a single champion strip, right? All buffs from a target. So we have UDK. Should be okay. Team 2 will just do this, and then team 3 will just try to go fast. I guess, yeah. I think just trying to go fast would be fine. With that said, though, Gaius could wreck my day. It could just bomb me and destroy me. Well, probably not, though. We'll see. We'll see how this actually plays out. This probably will be one of my last matches, because the thing is with this pushing stuff, if you're on a win streak and you're doing really well, you can keep going. But if you start losing, then you may be like, oh, I gotta end on a win. and then you could just dig yourself into a super deep hole, start just dropping so quick. So it's a balance, okay? We're doing very well right now, so it may be worth playing a little bit longer. But if I start losing, I gotta not, chase the win and then just screw myself over. We got a few days left. It's best to make sure you're in the green a few days before so that actually Sunday night reset comes, you're not, trying to catch up and then push. Because man, I've been pushing on some accounts before during takeovers and then going very late into the night. Like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it. And then just get some losses and then wake up the next day. Hey, didn't make it into gold 1. Gonna have to do the same thing next week. So sometimes it happens. Definitely happens sometimes. Now here's a fear being placed. He's demon spawn, isn't he? So he's not gonna be able to do much against Harima. Though versus Cardiel, maybe. All right, not much, unfortunately. But my boy Rigash can. Rigash hits pretty hard. And he's a Spirit Affinity. So he is definitely solid versus Harima. Thank you for busting out my Mighty Uko. I do appreciate that. We're going to place some of this on everybody. Cardiel already used his cleanse, so that's fantastic. So now let's get the some more stuns going. That'd be awesome. If not, let's get the... yeah, there we go. The A2 stun. Beautiful. More stuns on Uko. Fantastic. The A1 popping off for Mashald. All of his skills hit hard. Mashald is such a good champion. Like, for Hydra, for Arena, for Live Arena, he's just so good. I've actually built a few Hydra teams with him as well. So here, let's just, don't really care what I do, honestly. Let's just try to do the block buffs, possibly. They have a cleanse from Mithrala, so unless Chris can provoke her, which he's probably not going to, it's not really going to matter. But as long as we kill Duchess, as long as we kill everybody, it's perfectly fine. That is the power of 100% crit rate on Trunda. There you go. So let us see another match or two. So a Hegemon team. We only have one team that can deal with Hegi. This team also counters with the Kymar, but we're going to risk it and go for it. Hey, they're not going to strip me, hopefully. This team at the bottom is definitely double Stoneskin, more too. We can possibly strip it, but it's a little too risky with this, I think. This one's pretty risky as well, though. So we have 2 damage dealers here. Who beats this team the best? Well, they have one champion I'm especially worried about. Honestly, I think this is just best. Spirit is better against Force. Trunda may not kill Candrafon, and Candrafon just may just wreck me. So this is a little bit more of a risky situation here. Like, we could do well, or we could just get obliterated. It's one of those two. Like, if Kymar, okay, we should be okay. We should be now. Trunda almost dropped Hefrak there. Like, that Stoneskin almost was irrelevant. However, now Trunda's going to be a lot weaker hitting, but if she takes a turn, she can still kill him. Yep, she killed him. So we got to get him back up, though. I got to get him back up because he has to do something. Okay, well, he's not doing anything at all. So we're going to pop with the A2, which actually almost kills the Trunda. Trunda's not going to do anything there, which is excellent. I got to go for the Arbiter kill. Like, if I try to kill anybody else, it's going to be pointless. I may just die here. It's probably going to be what's happening, honestly. So I want to go for the heal, a little bit of a heal, block debuffs. It's going to be ugly. If UDK can provoke the Arbiter or, kind of control her, that's going to be solid. If I could keep provoke on her, that'd be perfect. We got one more turn we got to survive. If Trunda can go ahead and use her big A3 or something, it'd be great, but it's kind of risky now. It's like, okay, everything's off cooldown. I can res, but if I do, it's not going to do anything good. Like, we're just going to die. There we go. So there's no reason to res. Hefrak was going to die. No counterattacks can come out of that. So it just happens sometimes. It is all good, no problem. We're going to go ahead and strip everybody, hopefully. Didn't get the strip on Mithrala, unfortunately. But what we will get on Mithrala is nothing because she's actually protected. We'll go for the Duchess kill. Once again, no kill there. Let's go for the A2. Dang, okay, so they're tanky. They're very tanky. Kind of expected this, though, unfortunately. Unfortunately, may be true. May just be a loss, which is okay. I mean, we're doing pretty well so far. This is one of those situations where I'm kind of like, hey, we start losing. It's not worth just continually digging myself into a bigger and bigger hole. I'm going to let Mashal try to play this out a little bit, though, because he can do some pretty crazy... Nah, I don't think he can solo. He can do some crazy things, but not that crazy. Not that crazy of stuff. Probably should have maybe I should have went for the Necrit first. Either way, doesn't matter. We're going to skip that fight. See if we can win this last one. At least if we're going to lose, don't lose 3-0. Ideally, strip both of the Stoneskins. Beautiful. Now they're my Stoneskins. Provoke everybody. Excellent. And then kill everybody. Okay, so we didn't kill everybody. The Elva's still around. That's not good. Not the worst thing. Oh, I don't really want to turn into a sheep, but okay, I can kill him. Sweet. Boom. And now they're all dead. All right, so not the best. We lost 10 points. We've been gaining a lot more. Let's try to find one more to finish this off with. There we go. We can refresh the list. We're looking for fast teams, no strips ideally to go from. Fast teams with a strip. Fast teams, no strip. Fast with Baron, no strip. We're fine. Stoneskin team, Baron can't go through Stoneskin. This team at the bottom is very slow. Heffrack and Stoneskin for sure. With that said, if we bring this team, we should be fine. We're not going to try to outspeed them. We're just going to, survive them, try to strip them. We have 2 strip options. And this top team is just going to be faster than. Rotos is very weak versus Trunda because of her double hit. So all should be well here. Probably have a bolster set on the team, though. Yeah, definitely bolster. If you have Brogni, you definitely have bolster, right? Oh, we stripped the Python. Oh, that's rough. Provoke? No provoke, unfortunately. We do get the Rotos kill, maybe? Nope, we got a stun on him, which is actually not that bad, to be honest. Not too bad. Okay, well. Turn to a sheep. Maybe not the champion I wanted to turn to a sheep, though, honestly. Surprised the Trunda, I guess it's such a big shield, the Trunda just wasn't able to get the kill. Because we may have lost our steam on this fight, to be honest. All right, yeah, I think we've just lost the steam on this fight. Unless he doesn't kill the... he does. Does indeed kill the Arbiter. Sun Wukong's back. Not a damage-dealing Sun Wukong, though. If that was a damage-dealing Sun Wukong, we could probably have won that match. But since he's not, really can't win that match whatsoever. Possibly, but I'm not here to sit through that, to be honest. Here, Baron, it's not going to do anything. Like, it's full Stoneskin team. Baron's not going to ignore it. And then Heffrack's just going to blast everybody. Boom, boom. They're done. Now, this last team could be risky. I don't think it will be, but it could be. As long as we strip Heffrack, we're fine. He's the only one I'm worried about. So now I could use the A1 for the most kills possible. Let's actually try that. There we go. I had a feeling we'd kill Heffrack with the A1 ability. It hits hard. And then here, just get the stun off, doesn't matter. Cleanse everybody. Perfect. And then go ahead and finish up with Rigash on the A1 ability onto Madame Saris. So there you go, guys. That is, oh man, 1497. We got our 10 points back. Can we end off in 1500? That'd be sweet. That would be perfect. We got a good amount of victories so far. I don't know which ones I did. I guess I did this right before starting the video. I did a few to get warmed up. And then this one's where I started. So we started at 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 1. It's not too bad at all. Let's see. This team right here. Oh, I love me some Cardinal teams because they're so predictable. As long as you can... I'm not going to say too much because I may just ruin myself. This team at the top, though. Sify, UDK, Mortu. So UDK is annoying. However, I think we can possibly deal with him with this. Though that Rotos gets a turn, it's going to be bad news because he's just going to wreck my team. However, if I strip him, get around him, it's going to be fine. Sify may resist me, but I think it's the best thing we can actually try. This team at the bottom is too much RNG, I think, but I kind of want to try it. This Kaitis team, I don't know. I don't know what I think about that. It's a weird team. It's a weird team indeed. This is a gamble. I got to make this my last one, though, because I'm getting a little bit too risky now. Getting a little bit too risky. Yeah, perfect. That was excellent for me because now Uko can try to steal their buffs. Didn't steal their buffs, but he could try. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, just kill my Rigash. Yeah, there you go. Just drop him. 100% drop him, no problem. Mortu, going to go ahead and not... Okay, there we go. Get sheeped. Sweet. Pick up Rigash again. Hopefully we don't get anything big on us. We did. Can we kill the UDK? Be awesome if so. I really just want to get rid of UDK. That'd be fine. If I can get rid of him, it'd be perfect. Hex again. No, not on Sify. Wow, that Sify has quite a... Oh, no. If we can get the A2 to go off, it'll be perfect. We'll be fine. No problems whatsoever. That Rotos is just going to kill my Rigash again, though. I got a feeling. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he doesn't get a turn. Okay, we're not going to kill the Sify. Dang. Yeah, well, let's play it out for just a little bit longer. Do we got a res yet? We got a slight chance of making this work. The Uko doesn't have quite enough accuracy, apparently. If Mithrala was in the lead, I bet that would have been different. But she was not. So, kind of got what we got. Pull off the res. Excellent. So now, if I can get through this and kill the Siphi, we're in a great spot. Okay. True Fear. No, that Siphi's got a lot more resistance than I would like to see. Definitely. Gotta try to kill the UDK, I guess. Okay, okay. Perfect, actually. Excellent. So that Mashal did a ton more damage than I expected, for sure. And as long as I can kill the Siphi or stun them more too, still no peril proc. Oh, man. All right, I like that. I like that a lot. And there we go. Siphi down. I almost left this match. I'm glad I didn't. That would have been, what, 7 or 10 points just wasted? Sweet. So that was super close. Uko came back for the res, saved the day. Uko a little bit low on accuracy there, apparently. Now for this, I can do a few things. If I make him a sheep, the team loses. Like, if I make Cardinal a sheep, the team definitely loses as well. That's a little bit more risky. So here, I can just kill all these champs. Okay. Now Kaitis is up, but he's not going to get a turn. Cardinal's going to res in just a moment. But now it's like, okay, what's going on here? Oh, no. Oh, I ruined myself. Okay, well, apparently it's not actually that much damage. Krisk just said, Kaitis, you're irrelevant, buddy. You're irrelevant. Because Krisk has the decreased attack whenever he gets attacked. So it makes the damage dealt to everybody else behind him not much. So basically, Krisk just shut that team down completely. My goal there was to stagger their kills so that Cardinal would only be rezzing Razin plus Jarang. I don't know who that is. I don't know why they have him on the team. Maybe for the block damage? I don't know. Maybe for the res? Does he revive on death? It looked like he did. Either way, let's not get Strip of Madam. Make this a solid 3-0 victory. Okay, we did get Strip of Madam. It's not great. However, we can go again, right? It should be fine. Because nobody does any AoE stuff. Baron's just going to sink it into Hefrak. Try to, it's going to go to UDK. So we're fine there. A little bit of healing action. Hefrak buff up. And Hefrak, go ahead and finish this off, getting us to 1,500 points. Beautiful. 1524 plus 27. Man, it feels good. Gold 1. So, just incredible. There should be a screenshot coming up very soon, guys, of the Gold 1 mission complete. I sure hope there is. I'll post it right here if there is. And if so, congratulations. He said it's been about a year or more that he's been trying to get into Gold 1. So hopefully this works. And if not, we're just going to be doing it again next week, and you guys are going to get more videos. But these teams so far are working well. So far, the defense is going smooth. 3 days and 6 hours left until reset. So as long as it's just picking the fights carefully, climbing up a little bit higher, we should be fine. Definitely should be fine, in my opinion. I mean, this is a pretty good position to be in at this point in the week. And we're definitely going to get some more losses. But hopefully pick up some wins along the way as well. So guys, if you're interested in having a takeover done for you, 3v3, Hydra, Arena, just a general account review, whatever it may be, click the link down below, fill out the link, get signed up, and we can get together about when to actually schedule that. And this clan banner, clan tag, I guess they're the kings. I don't know what that is. What do you guys think that is? I don't know. Looks like a nose. People. What did Plarium expect? All right, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Congrats to Just Incredible for actually getting into Gold 1. And I'll catch you all in the next one.